Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Doug Woods, President, MTConnect Institute and President, AMT, Joel Neidig, Business Development and Technology Manager, ITAMCO, MTConnect Challenge second place winner, and Valerie Pazzulo-Fadul, Process Development Engineer, JTEKT Corporation, MTConnect Challenge first place winner.
Don't hide, just fill up the space. All right, thank you very much. At this point, you're really in the home stretch, so unless you're going to be one of those people that sticks around for the technical content after this, this is the last thing you got to kind of absorb, and we're going to try to make it really easy for you. It kind of follows perfectly with what Jared just got done doing. We're talking about, what are some of those cool things and get more people involved with MTConnect, and specifically talking about the upcoming student challenge that's just coming out. And it's kind of a similar thing, kind of our version of a hackathon. Like, how do you have something fun where there's something there at the end of the rainbow, in which this case happens to be money, to get a bunch of people to get creative and bring their mind share together to solve problems for us. And we've been fortunate. The current administration has actually done a fantastic job of figuring out how do you harness challenges. So they've really looked at that and said, hey, we got to go figure out how to grab these. And they've really progressed developing this whole challenge concept. And they realized that there's more and more young people, more and more people from around the country, even around the world, that want to participate and actually figure out how to solve problems, how to actually put their brain power to use on lots of different things. It drives their creativity and improves the creative solutions that you get at the end of the day. And so, we've been fortunate when we look at the upcoming MTConnect Student Challenge to have our friends at OSD, the Office of the Secretary of Defense, the Mantech gang led by Adele Radcliffe, who has been really good at knowing MTConnect is mission critical to the things they want to do from a defense base. And so they got together with the gang at Benet Labs, who's also quite interested, coordination with our friends at NCDMM, National Center of Defense Manufacturing and Machining, and brought in a couple other folks to collaborate, SME and NTMA, so that we can kind of get really connected to the engineers, the students, and the manufacturing shops, and pull together a really great challenge coming up this year. And I'm going to talk more about that in a minute, but I thought it would be really great to start out with looking at how we did last year when we did the challenge. So we've got two of the award winners from last year's challenge up here on stage, and they're going to take you through a little bit of what they did with what they won. So a little bit of their concept, how they won, and maybe just give you kind of an insight into what you can get when you drive one of these challenges. So we're going to let Joel go first, and then Valerie's going to follow right after that. So Joel, stage is yours. You get the clicker.
All right, thanks, Doug. So yeah, my name's Joel Neidig, Technology Manager at ITAMCO, and so yeah, here's some pictures from last year, MC2. Some of you were there. And what we did for ITAMCO, we participated in the idea and the application challenge. So the idea was, the idea part of the challenge was we wrote in and we said, hey, here's our idea. And it's not necessarily creating the application, but it's just like an idea of what you could do. And so then the next iteration was the application, and that's when we started really started programming and started developing our application for Google Glass. And we were first beta tester for Google Glass and started messing around with that. And then we thought, hey, why not connect machine tools to Google Glass and see what's happening with augmented reality? So, we started developing, wrote an MTConnect client basically for Google Glass, and did some image recognition, QR code scanning, and we're able to bring in machine data to the user's view and just kind of enhance the reality. And you can go on the challenge website, and you can see we have our original abstract still up there and video. We've actually open sourced part of the code to GitHub as well, so you can get on there on GitHub.com/MTConnect and take a look at the code and how we developed it. what kind of was cool is it created a lot of opportunities for us through different organizations have contacted us, just interested in how we did it and how we can possibly work with them. So there's just some organizations, and all these organizations, what I want to hit home is that all these organizations are backing MTConnect and are implementing MTConnect and are using MTConnect. So it's a wide standard that's being adopted everywhere, and we hope to hear more and more stories of people doing it, because I know there's so many people out there that are implementing it, and we want to hear their stories. So what also another opportunity it gave us is we got invited to our local high school in our area and presented on Manufacturing Day, which is always October 4th. Some people, you can host, you can go to the, I think it's the Manufacturing Day website or whatever, and you can be a host site, any of your manufacturing plants, and say, hey, we're going to host a Manufacturing Day. And so on October 4th, a year ago, we presented this to all the students, and they got to try it out. So you can see like here where they're trying it on and seeing the application. We kind of demoed it here. And so it was really exciting to see, they had some ideas of what, we asked them, like, what did they think of manufacturing? And, it's like they thought it was kind of dirty and old, and, this is kind of their idea. And we're like, so yeah, this is what you think? They're like, yeah, that's what we kind of think. And they're like, well, actually, it looks like this. And so, they kind of got them really excited. I mean, we have like FANUC robots at our facility, deburring gears. So it's, doing some pretty complex geometries. And, we're like, now, we're machining things that are, less than the thickness of your hair. And so they're like looking at, they're like, are you kidding? Like, how can it be that accurate? And I'm like, I know, I still can't believe it, right? You can't believe like motors and drives and ball screws all work together and cutting forces, and it all happens that way. So that really sparked their interest. And we had another opportunity where we had a need to develop our workforce, and we knew that we can't just do it alone as ITAMCO. So we joined with several organizations, the high school, community college, a new tech network that was started by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And it's really gotten huge. In Indiana alone, we have 20 high schools that are part of the New Tech Network. So it's one of the larger states that have those. But so we donated $100,000 to get the organization going. And Ivy Tech basically handles the curriculum with the NIMS certification. And some of you may be familiar with that. They use a lot of SMEs, the tooling information that they have, which they do a great job on that. So, and then Plymouth High School basically provided the students, right, and the facilities. So the other cool thing is that this Haas Vertical Machining Center and this Haas lathe are both connected to MTConnect. So, and the agents are actually available for anybody to connect to. I've posted them on the MTConnect forum, and so you can get on there and see what the agent addresses are. But everybody can monitor these machines and see what the students are doing every day. At night, there's not a lot going on until the summer, where we have a night school going on, and for people that want to continue workforce development. So that was just kind of another example of how at a student level people can get involved, and how it's not just we're not an island unto ourselves. We need the whole we need private, not-for-profit, community schools and government to all work together to continue to develop manufacturing. So I'm going to hand it over to Valerie now, and I just want to say thank you to all these organizations that made the MTConnect Challenge possible. Here you go.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. For those of you that know me or don't know me, my name is Valerie Pizzulo-Fadul, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about a student's perspective of being involved with the MTConnect Challenge. So a little bit about myself. I received my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from Florida State University, and then my master's in mechanical engineering from Clemson University. And as I was beginning my studies at Clemson, my research advisor and I were talking about some topics that I could potentially go forward with in my research. And coincidentally, he got an email about the MTConnect challenge and decided, maybe I should look into it for, potential research opportunity. So looking into it and reading all about it, I thought, wow, this is a great chance for me to kind of focus my thesis project and have an end goal in mind. So I entered the Ideas Challenge and the Applications Challenge, and ended up here last year as a finalist. And you can see there's a picture of my demonstration up here of what I showed everybody last year for my application. And shockingly, I ended up winning first place in the competition. So that was really, it was a surprise to me. And the application to me was important, but I didn't realize how important it was to industry as well. Just a little background about it. We talked a little bit earlier today about sensor integration and the idea of data analytics and using MTConnect as a tool for that as well. So that's kind of the idea behind my application, integrating sensors and MTConnect data through the machine tool to give the operator and engineers an inside look into the machining process, to be able to make decisions about how to make it and improve it. And currently, I'm working with JTech North America. We're a Tier 1 automotive supplier and industrial supplier of precision bearings, steering systems, driveline components, and machine tools. And I'm working in the Koyo Bearings Division as a process development engineer. Just want to talk a little bit about being a student in the competition and the challenge and some benefits that can come from that. As I said, it's a good opportunity to have a focus and a goal for research projects. Even at the undergraduate level, having a capstone project or an internship project, just having that focus and idea in mind to go forward is really a great opportunity for a student. And the ability to work on technologies that are being used right now in industry as a student is really beneficial to be able to work on something instead of it being implemented in 10 years or more. It's going on right now. So for me, at least, that was a really great way for me to get my foot in industry and try and work on something that's going on right now. And then the ability to collaborate with industry professionals is a huge opportunity for a student. Personally, I got to work with Okuma. We have some of their machine tools at Clemson, and I got to work with engineers on setting MTConnect up on our machines. And then I actually got the opportunity to go up to their facility in Charlotte, North Carolina, working with their engineers, and they were able to allow me to use one of their machine tool simulators to demonstrate my application at the competition and challenge last year. So that was a great opportunity for me to be able to work with them, and thank you to Okuma for letting me have that opportunity and helping me. That was really amazing for a student to be able to connect with industry in that way. Also, coming to conferences, being able to network with industry professionals is amazing for a student. It opens doors for career opportunities. And working with industry as a student is really beneficial. And then the possibility of winning an award and cash prize is really an amazing opportunity for a student. It helped me pay off my student loans, and we all know how difficult that is now with that rising in the country. So, having that opportunity has helped me out and will continue to help students out in the future. There's also a lot of benefits for industry in working with students, not only a collaboration with universities and community colleges, even technical schools. Just getting that student mindset, and it opens the door to outside of the box ideas and new innovations, and the ability to turn some cutting edge research into reality right now instead of somewhere down the line in the future. The ability to have multidisciplinary development of MTConnect to me is a benefit for us because you can get students involved in computer science and software engineering, but then also in electrical and mechanical, industrial engineering, and some business and marketing as well. All of that will help to push MTConnect forward and make it more involved in the community. And then also scouting potential talent for employment, as we just heard. Having students involved in this type of challenge and coming to the conference is beneficial for everyone. Students are looking for opportunities to be involved, and industry is looking for potential talent. So just having students being involved and working with them will open the doors to that. Just wanted to send a thank you to all the MTConnect Challenge sponsors. It was a great opportunity for me to be involved in this, and the MTConnect Institute, thank you for providing your open source support. And then also I want to extend a thank you to all the voters for the MTConnect Challenge last year. Without you and your support and your belief that my application was something useful, I wouldn't be here today. So thank you very much.
So that explains exactly why you want to get involved with these challenges, because they're just two of the winners, and obviously there were other submissions, but a lot of great ideas, but then also, and especially as you can see in the case of Valerie, takes that information, gets involved with the industry, and ends up in the industry even after coming up with a great idea that can be leveraged for the industry. So it's all good. It's good for all the participants. People are in it, people are using it, people are directing kids to those programs. And this next one is specifically focused on students. And so this gives you a little bit of an idea. Within the overall challenge, essentially there's two key components. So this is the first component of that, and they're running together in the overall challenge. So this first one is an ideation, and the idea is to get students out talking directly to manufacturers. So really, don't think theoretically. Get out there and talk to manufacturers. NTMA and SME are involved, AMT obviously as well. Get hooked up with some of the manufacturers and figure out what are the problems, what is it that you need to solve, and then actually start to bring that problem set down, come up with the conceptual solutions, and submit those, and those are the ones that we're going to be developing the awards for. And you can see the monetary awards for that part. So that's the first component. And there's a second component, so there's two different components within this. The second component is actually developing the software applications. Okay, and so it's not necessarily the people from the first section go to the second section. You might. They're two individual programs that are running through, and here what we're talking about is actually then looking at how do you leverage an innovation or a manufacturing technology that's out there. How do you leverage a breakthrough technology and apply it to a specific need that would help in, perhaps, obviously, in the supply chain for the defense area and manufacturing technology sector overall, but something that would really be beneficial in driving what we need in manufacturing. And again, you can see the prize set that's set up for that. So these are running together. I'll show you the timeline here. Obviously, we're announcing the challenge today. And you can see the submission dates that we're going to have. So the ideation deadline is going to be coming up quicker. You've got, that's going to be coming up in September. If you're doing the full application for the second component, you've got until January of next year, and we are going to be announcing the award winners once again at MC Squared in 2016. So that's the program. So now you're not going to remember a lot of that. One of the things we do want you to focus on, if you're looking at where you can go grab people, get involved, who's in here helping. These are the community colleges, universities that are already invested in programs in MTConnect. They're teaching MTConnect. They've got curricula based on MTConnect. They're applying MTConnect in their labs. Okay, so if you want to look at places, if these are ones that are close to you and you know people or students that are at these locations, make sure they understand that there's an opportunity for them to jump onto this competition and get involved. So, and if you have other, universities, community colleges in your area, please let them know about it. The simple way to do that, and again, the one takeaway, if you don't remember anything else we go through, just remember the website down there at the bottom, challenge.gov, and you can see the challenges there specifically set up for the MTConnect Institute, for the ideation and the application. Okay, so those are the two key ones. And that's what we have. So I want to thank again Valerie and Joel for coming back and explaining what they were doing. And any of us would be happy to answer questions that you might have about the challenge or what these guys created from last year's challenge.
Just thanks for the presentation and the previous presentation, because it's great to hear that technology organizations are focusing on talent as well. Over in the UK, we have a really big challenge in terms of attracting talent and retaining talent in manufacturing as well. But my question is more, is this something global, or at the moment is just US based?
That's a good question. Paul? Punt.
At this time, the challenge is for United States community colleges and universities. So it's not global at this point in time. That might be something that if we could work with the Office of Secretary of Defense, might wish to expand that, we'll surely carry that forward. And since I got the mic,
He said he was going to do this to me. He said, don't forget, and he listed like 29 things to remember. When you go up there, hey, if you wouldn't mind, mention these 29 things, and don't worry, if you forget one of them, I'll grab the mic.
One of the important things here, and Jared really pointed out, that it's been pointed out today, is how do we link students with manufacturing community? One of the key components of this challenge is that the students have to work with some company to come up with an idea in the ideation phase. So this is a call to yourselves to bring a student into your fold, work with them to come up with an idea to help them out. We're trying to link manufacturing to the students to tell them and show them, like was mentioned earlier, that manufacturing is not this old chaotic thing. It's got some exciting stuff. And we're going to be making some tools available in the future here to help out in this of getting data so the students have some things to work with. But really, this is a call to yourselves to stand up, sponsor a student, bring them in, and help them think through an idea that would solve a problem that you have. Okay?
Great. Thanks, Paul. Other questions?
Yeah, this is Bill Waltz. I'm a part of the challenge for this year, and I really appreciate your describing, especially Doug with overview, Valerie and Joel with the details of past winners. I did want to point out that it's in the subtitle there, manufacturing intelligence, but the focus of this challenge is really around improving manufacturing intelligence. So, again, geared towards students, but I just kind of wanted to emphasize that point.
Yep, great. Thanks, Bill. Our partner from NCDMM.
My name is Greg Wetzig. I represent Adele Ratcliffe from OSD. Part of her reasoning for sponsoring and providing the funding for these opportunities is for workforce development and stimulating, incentivizing, and creating opportunities for American workforce. And what's been said with regards to the companies, please get involved with your local community colleges. We hear about people going to school and leaving because there's jobs not locally. Well, here's an opportunity to take a new technology, and I'm very thankful for AMT for doing all the due diligence to find a software standard that wasn't available in the world, and now they've created it. Here's an opportunity for American industry to utilize and exploit this opportunity. So again, it's taxpayer dollars helping you better your business. So again, thank you to all for supporting. Thanks to Valerie. Especially thanks to Joel. I wish we had 1,000 Joels. Thank you.
Thanks, Greg. And actually, if we're asking for 1,000 of something, I wouldn't mind 1,000 Adele Radcliffes helping inside government to actually make something happen and figure out how to get traction and deliver a great connection between government and industry. We could use 1,000 Adeles while we're multiplying people. Any other questions? If not, thank you very much. Thank you, guys.